Hi, this is Chad Hopkins, and this is the video response to Donald Blomdahl's 555 subscriber giveaway. And normally I wouldn't do a video, but because it's Donald Blomdahl, I'm doing it. And I've been, big supporter of Donald from the very beginning, and I will continue to do so. So um, everybody has asked me quite a while now if I was going to have my own content in the channels and so forth, and I haven't done that, and I'm still not sure if I will be doing that at all. It does look like fun, but it's at this point it's not for me, and I don't really have the time. So we'll see how the future plays out with that. But anyway, I have some responses to Donald's questions for his giveaway, and I have already liked the video that he requested us to do. Again, I am a subscriber of his, so that part is taken care of. So now we get down to the nitty gritty of the video. And basically, I got to use my glasses to read some of this, but the first part was how I started collecting baseball cards. Well, in all actuality, baseball cards was second. I started collecting hockey cards when I was about 6 years old, in first grade, when I lived back in Massachusetts, and of course was a Boston Bruins fan. Bobby Orr was my favorite player, and if any of you know about hockey, that is a good thing. But I was so infatuated with hockey cards that I eventually went on to baseball, basketball, and football, collected all four sports for a lot of years. So baseball was shortly after that. The Red Sox, I remember specifically 1972 Topps, 1973 Topps, 1974 Topps were constantly being bought, and so forth. So that was a big part of my childhood. The second question, who is my favorite player or players? Well, don't know if I can narrow it down. I know Donald loves all the Hall of Famers, and of course Ken Griffey Jr. and Cal Ripken Jr., which I both think they're fantastic players. When I was very young, my favorite player was Carl Yastrzemski for the Boston Red Sox. Later on, Clemens and Mo Vaughn and even Jim Rice and Fred Lynn, all these people that I grew up with, very much enjoyed watching them. Of course, now, as Donald knows, not all of you, that I've trimmed back my collecting, and I just collect as far as baseball cards go. I have some oddball stuff, but my normal collection consists of just one player manager, and that is Buck Showalter. And so that is what I collect, and maybe I'll get into the history of why that basically all happened. Okay, and then the third question is favorite team and why. Well, again, the Red Sox would still be my favorite team, even though it doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs this year, but I grew up with them, and never liked the Yankees being from Boston, and we lost to the Mets in '86, so there was a lot of competition, and it took a long time to really develop an appreciation for all the other players and teams in the Major League Baseball world. I was just totally into the Red Sox at a young age. Eventually, when I moved to Maryland, I still was lived there for 25 years, and I still was a huge follower of the Red Sox. Eventually, when Buck Showalter became the manager of the Baltimore Orioles in 2010, I immediately became an Orioles fan, and it was really because of him up until when he left in last year, 2018, and they had the worst record they ever had, but they traded away everybody. So I did like the Orioles for a stint. I haven't really followed them this year, uh, because Buck's not there anymore, and that's probably a very narrow-minded uh, phrase, but I was particularly into them because of Buck and got to meet him at a couple of the fan festivals too. So I still follow the Red Sox. Do have appreciation for several other teams in Major League Baseball, but predominantly the Boston Red Sox is my favorite team. The fourth question was how or why did I get started on YouTube? Well, I had watched YouTube for years and years, music videos and different actors, uh, bands, many things, how-to videos. It was kind of a resource for a lot of us over the years, and basically, I really only got into it last year with the big move in my life, moving from Maryland to Florida, and kind of needing a little crutch to be stable down there, something to do. I reached out and I started watching YouTube videos a little more frequently, and talking to other people, I heard this was a normal thing to do, watching YouTube videos. So I stumbled across Jab's Family, which was John Jab's channel, and started watching regular videos of his, and liked the content, so I subscribed to him. Followed up by him getting his brother started, The Past is Alive, and John Jabs. Been a big supporter and follower of his for a while now, and in there have met some amazing people. And third up was Mr. Donald Blomdahl, and we became immediate friends, and feel like we've known each other for years and years. We talk on the phone, email, text, all kinds of things. He likes to bounce things off me and see how I'm doing. He's just a great guy, and just a good friend to be able to chat with. But that is how I got started, and again, don't know if there'll be any future videos, even though several friends now have requested me to do a video series on my collecting. So I may do that, but it still may be just a personal thing. It may not be public. But basically, that's how I got started on YouTube, and since then I have developed friendships with that group. Also, Chris Cards, big supporter of his and his channel. TTM Troy, who lives in Iowa, where I am now for the summer. Just a great through-the-mail autograph guy. Jonathan H. and Austin Farmer and Cody Martin, and Chris Weaver is become one of my best buddies. Just amazing friend, amazing community, and we talk all the time. It's just so much fun to all of a sudden you go from nobody to all these friends, and it's just very intriguing how this has worked. So anyway, that's how I got started with YouTube, and how I got started with Donald. From the very beginning, I subscribed to him and watched his videos, and boy, has he come a long way, and for the better, I might say. Okay, so number 5, we got 2 more things. He wants us to show personal collection. Well, unfortunately, I don't have everything here in Iowa, but and it would take me a long time to show you, which I'll eventually do a video on certain things. But since we're talking baseball cards and Buck Showalter is my favorite player, I've got two really cool cards here. The first one is a graded PSA card. This is considered Buck Showalter's rookie card. It's a graded 9. Not really integrated cards. I will be honest, I kind of think it's ruined the hobby in a lot of sense, but I understand it and can appreciate it. But basically, I picked this up for really, really reasonable. This is Buck Showalter's quoted rookie card, but he actually has a 1977 card as well. So this is, to me, not his rookie, but it is considered in the industry as one of his rookies because the other card is very hard to find. It's a minor league set. Well, these are all minor league. He never played professional. He just basically played minor league and then managed right out of the minor leagues. So I picked that up very inexpensively for $5 or $6 earlier this year, and just because I really wanted to have at least one in my collection. I then was totally surprised from John Jabs from The Past is Alive sent me another PSA certified Buck Showalter autograph from Topps Heritage, and when this came, this was amazing. Again, I have many autographs of Buck, but this was special because John really went out of his way and got this for me. So this was very, very, very cool. So these two cards are, special. I will show you a couple more things here. Topps Heritage had special cards, and a lot of people are aware that the box toppers that come on top of the box, they do that for almost all the players, and they are limited in number. The base one is 49, and there is a gold version out of 10, and these are 5x7s, and was relatively pretty easy to get these. I had a checklist for Buck, and they kept talking about these 10x14 baseball cards, and I'm like, I've never seen those. So research, found them totally by accident on the Topps website shortly after that, and it was about a year, and they were available. So I went ahead and I ordered the regular card, which is numbered to 99. I just so happened to be able to get number 1, so that means in a year's time nobody really knew about these. And when you get the first card out of anything from a company, that's pretty rare. But I guess a lot of people don't collect Buck number 1, but number 2, it just was totally surprising that I got number 1. There is also a just like the 5x7s, there's a gold variation of the card, and this actually really blew my mind because it's a 1 of 1, and this was available, got it the same time that I got the other one out of 99. This was a little pricey. It was about $99 for this, but I don't have a lot of 1-on-1s a buck, but I do have this one. I'm still chasing printing plate cards and special cards of his that are 1-of-1s, but this is the only one I currently have. So this is probably one of the prized possessions in my Buck Showalter card collection. And Buck has over 100 cards total in his career, minor league and in major league as well. So those are just a few things that I'm sure Donald is interested in, and so forth, and as you as well. And lastly, his sixth and final question was, when you started watching Donald's channel, and what is the favorite content that he has. I started watching Donald's channel shortly after I moved to Florida after I watched the Jabs Family and The Past is Alive. So I want to say by the end of last year, so maybe December or January, somewhere in there, it was pretty much when he started, that I joined. So I think I've been with him from the beginning. Um, Donald's had a lot of content over the years, even his older videos with missionary trips and things like that. So very interesting stuff. Loved his ideas for Oddball Wednesdays are really fun. And I found some stuff I sent him a few weeks ago that he did a whole video on for Oddball Wednesday stuff. I picked him up at the Nationals in Chicago this year, and I do love that kind of stuff. I like his box openings. Just has really good content overall. I like the history of baseball cards he's doing, and I hope he goes even further into it and does other companies and card companies, because I think a lot of people aren't aware how many cards and subset cards there were over the years. So I hope he continues to do that. Looking forward to if he does breaks, that should be fun too. Maybe I can get him to break some cards that maybe we can pull some Buck Showalter cards out of. That would be a blast. But anyway, I'll wrap this video up because I've been long enough. And anyway, congratulations, Donald, on 555. 777's right around the corner. And I can't wait. Just enjoyed taking part in your channel, and everybody that's subscribed to you has been really awesome so far, and hope it continues success. So that's it. Have a great day, and God bless.